I recently did a Zoom style call with Cotton Phillips. He's a 20-year recruiting and HR veteran. Now, I contacted this hiring pro to get advice about what to do if you're making a career change in your 40s, your 50s, or your 60s. And Cotton says the first thing that he recommends is to take an inventory of the skills that you've accumulated. He says it's also important to decide if you need to upskill. And then he says something I think is key. He says it's important to not look at yourself as disadvantaged in the marketplace because of what he calls the age factor. Cotton says look at your skills and your experience as an advantage. The recruitment expert, he shares this insight. He shares some other career tips. That's all up next right here on Over 50 TV. Welcome back to Over 50 TV. My name is Lou Reyes. Before I dive into my conversation with Cotton Phillips, what I want to do is just mention that this video is sponsored by Career Fitter. Now, if you follow my channel, you know I recommend career aptitude tests because I think they can help you find a career that better fits your skill, your personality, and your interest. I've got a link to the free Career Fitter career aptitude test. That's in the description box. So now let's dive into our video. I'm excited for you to meet Cotton Phillips.
First thing I would suggest to somebody to do is look at skills they've accumulated.
Sure.
And look at how those skills relate to the positions that they're interested in.
Mm-hmm.
So, having one version of a resume that maybe fits those types of positions is a suggestion to make. Look at job descriptions that you are interested in. Take that description, take inventory of what they're asking for skills-wise, experience-wise, and then apply it to your resume with whatever skills you have that match. So using job descriptions to help build a resume is one way to really kind of put yourself in a situation where you're matching up skills-wise. Other things that you can do in reviewing descriptions of work that you're attracted to is, if you are short in some of those skills, is look to gain some skills, upskilling, reskilling. And that doesn't have to mean completely reinventing and going a different career path. It can, if you have a passion in a different area and you want to change direction, use your experience to your advantage in that way and pursue something different. Certainly you can do that. I think the easier course correct, though, is working to build on skills that you have that maybe are skills that have come to market, and maybe your employer that you were with for 10 years didn't really, get on that boat. They're doing, things the way they've always done them. And then you find yourself out there looking for a position, and that can hurt you a little bit. And that's where I think being active and understanding where your skills lie, having inventory of what you are good at, and then utilizing that to your advantage. I think it's important not to really hide from the age factor either. I see when I interview people, a lot of times I'll see resumes cut short, that pick up at a place that's, not where their career started. And that's certainly okay. I wouldn't discourage somebody from doing that. As a recruiter, I really only look at last 10 years of experience somebody has. Something somebody did more than 10 years ago is really irrelevant. Are they going to remember that? Is that, when you're talking hard technical skills, and even shorter, sometimes last 5 years is really all that matters. And I think if people can really take that approach and not really look at themselves as disadvantaged in the marketplace somehow, but look at their skills and experience as an advantage over others, it can help. It can help, Lou. And how do you reskill? Where do you find information to be able to build your skill set? The internet's, deep well of knowledge, right?
Sure.
So it doesn't mean you have to go to college. It doesn't mean you have to, spend, a lot to reinvent or exaggerate your skills from where you are to where you want to be. You can study online for free and pick up skills that you can put on your resume.
Hmm.
And just because it's on your resume doesn't mean that you've been paid to actually use that skill before. But if you can talk intelligently about that technology, that skill, that practice in an
Yeah.
interview, a lot of times that's enough to, to get the next interview or to have some interest. So in those interviews where people may feel as if, well, they're not interested in me,
Hmm.
um, preparation is key. It really, really is. And if you can prepare to discuss things that within that job are really important, key skills. If you have them, great. Be ready to talk about them. If you're maybe not as strong in those skills as you maybe would like to be, you got to really prepare. Wow
Hmm.
them with knowledge.
Yeah.
The age thing, I don't let people off the hook with that as a recruiter. It's the job's there to get, and if they're prepared and they've worked at it, you can tell, and that's attractive.
Well, Cotton, I really appreciate your hopping on with us today. Is there anything you want to leave our audience with? Any tip that you can just suggest to them?
Yeah, I would say, be active. Be active in your career journey. I think a lot of people may get caught off guard, with losing a job and finding themselves in the market, reacting to what happened to them. The best advice I can give anyone that's in a career that may want to change, that may want to, or be in a position where they have to change, stay active in building your resume.
Mhm.
Keep it updated. Be aware of what the market's doing and hiring for people that have skills that you have. Don't get sedentary in being in that job forever. Know that anything can happen.
Yeah.
So I think, really readiness, Lou, is the best advice I could give anybody. Be ready for change so that you can tackle that when it happens, because it will happen. How ready you are will really impact, how that goes for you.
That's great advice. Be ready. Because again,
Be
you don't know
ready.
what's going to happen. And I preach that all the time. Well, Cotton, once again, I want to thank you for joining us here on Over 50 TV. And if someone wants to reach you, how do they go about doing it?
Yeah, you can reach me through the website, advancedworker.com. You can reach me directly in email, cotton@advancedworker.com.
As I appreciate you joining us, Cotton. And as I always say, have a great day, everybody.